Hi, and welcome to Qigong Live Online. I'm Peter Coey. So today we're going to do exercises about understanding the idea of breathing energy in and out of our body today. So we've done this before, and so I'm going to go back over and give a little bit more detail about doing that. But before we do that, we're going to do some stretching. So we've been doing a certain stretching that I've created that's a very, very good way of helping the body to relax. And how we do that is we move our elbows to move our wrists. And so instead of using our wrist to move our wrist or using our own body to stretch ourselves, what we're using a different part of our body to move a different part, and then the other part can relax. So if I use the elbow, and I can just relax the hand, I can just flop your hands. So then I'm not having any tension in the wrist at all, and it's just being moved by something else. And we're going to do the whole body. I think it's a fantastic way. It makes you feel fantastic at the end, makes you very relaxed. So I'm moving the elbows, move the wrists. Then I'm going to go to the side. Very good. Then I'm circling with my elbows to make the wrist move. And then the other way. Good. Elbows, I'm going to move the shoulders. I'm going to move my shoulders, relax the elbows. There you go. Move backwards and forwards. I'm actually using my hips as well to do this. Good. Do circles. Do circles with my hips and my shoulders. So my elbows moving here. Do the other way. You can go the other way, of course. But just relax. You can feel the wrist relax, the elbow rest. Other side. So the elbow's just hanging loose, so is the wrist. Back the other way. Now, of course, when you first start doing this, it's not easy to do. It takes a little while to get used to how to do this. So just have a bit of patience and just keep doing it, and it just gets easier and easier all the time. Good. Now I'm going to move my shoulders. To move my shoulders, I'm going to use my hips. I'll move my hips backwards and forwards, and just relax my shoulder, and then the shoulder can move forward and backwards. So now my shoulder, elbow, and wrist are just hanging, and there's no stress or tension in that. Good. If I want to do circles, my shoulder. Now I'm going to do a shortened version because it's a class, so we're going to get into the teaching of the class, but you can do this longer. I'm only just doing a few just to warm ourselves up. Yeah. Do the other one. Go backwards and forwards. Just moving our hips, and then we do circles again. Very good. The arms feel fantastic. They just sort of hang, big heavy limbs. It's very cool. Very cool. So to move our shoulders also, we're going to move our hips backwards and forwards and just let your shoulders relax. Yeah. So the energy moves in the empty vessel. So the chi in your body, or your energy in your body, moves where there's no constriction. So if there's any tension in the body, if you have tension, if the body's stiff, then the stiffness stops the chi moving, but more relaxed it is, the more the energy moves. So we're trying to get so there's no blockages in the wrist and all the joints, so that the joints are all free, so the energy moves smoothly through it. So it's a logical thing we're trying to do. Good. Backwards and forwards. And then we can go side and side, which always looks a bit weird, but it's okay. It feels great. And I'm just moving my hips side to side, letting the arms just flop. So my shoulders are moving backwards and forwards. Yep. Very good. There's lots of different parts to these, but very good. Now, we're going to go back. Now that we've relaxed our shoulders, I'm going to relax our neck. Now, neck's a bit funny. You're going to move forward and just let it flop forward. Let it flop back. And don't worry, your neck's not going to fall off, because it won't happen. Because it's like when you do your wrist. If I do my wrist like that, you don't feel any pain, because the ligaments and tendons will only go so far, and because of the elasticity they have, they'll go to a certain place and they'll just bounce back. But if you stretch it, you can create pain if you stretch, because you're overextending it. But your neck's the same thing. I'll only go to a certain place, and all the ligaments holding it will just go backwards and forwards quite comfortably. Your head's not going to fall off anyway, I'm sure. I just let it flop forward. Just feel that relaxing. I'm moving my hips to create the movement of my head, and just let it go forward and backwards. This is probably one of the hardest ones to let go of, by the way, so to relax. So it goes up and then it lets go, it comes up and lets go. As I say, it's not easy to let go of your neck, but do the best you can. In time it gets easier and you can just feel it flopping. Yep. Cool. Now we're going to do circles. Circles with our hips, with our neck. Just let our head go back to the side, down. So our neck is just moving because of what's going on in our hips. Not because of what's going on. We're not trying to move my neck. I'm just moving my hips and my neck's following the angle of my body. It's a great feeling, eh? And then go the other way. Such a great feeling. It's a strange looking thing. I do this when I'm practicing down the beach in the mornings. I think all the people walking past think I'm a bit crazy, but I just know how good it makes me feel, so I don't really care. Very good. So now we've got that, and you feel how empty your neck is and how free your neck feels. It feels great, eh? Now we're going to have shoulders, elbows, neck done. We're going to do our spine. The two muscles that run up either side of the spine. It's not easy to let go of your spine. We're going to do 2 different exercises for it. So we're just going to turn our hips from side to side. Just let your arms relax still. And think of your spine turning. Your spine's turning one way and turning the other. Now the spine's quite often, because of the muscles, it's quite rigid. But if you have a nice flexible spine, you'll be able to feel the spine moving, the actual vertebrae moving as they turn one way and turn the other. And you want to get that because you're taking all the tension out of the ligaments and tendons that hold the structure. Like that. Yeah, it's very good. Perfect. Good, and we're going to do a second way, which is when you lock your hips and you move your shoulders. Your shoulders are going to go backwards and forwards, but your hips don't move, and that looks like that. And you'll still feel the spine moving, but you're moving it by your shoulders, and your hips aren't moving at all. Yep, there you go. And keep your knees slightly bent and stand on the balls of your feet. Stand on the front of your feet, so you're standing on your muscles. Have your heels just resting on the ground. You stand on your balls of your feet, bend your neck slightly, tuck your pelvis. Hold the 2 hips without moving, and then just move your shoulders like that. Yeah, it'll feel quite strange to start off with, but then you'll be able to feel your spine turning, and you want to be having the flexibility inside the spine. There's lots of ways of stretching the body. This is a particular way you're using the sinew stretching, but you're using it without. I'm not trying to turn my vertebra. I'm moving my shoulders and relaxing the other part of my body, which is really nice. Good. Now we want to do our hips. Now to move our hips, we're going to use our knees. So we move our knees from side to side and relax your hips. Yeah. So this is a knee exercise, and your hips are just moving backwards and forwards by themselves. Yeah. Very good. Bring your knees forward and backwards. Just let your hips relax. Good. As I say, this is a short version because it's a class, but there's whole videos. I think I've done a whole series on the beginners videos, the beginner series on YouTube. It does all these in a little bit longer detail. Yeah. Go that way and then go the other way. Remember, I'm doing circles with my knees, and then I'm letting my hips relax. Good. Good, feels good. Now I'm going to change my intention back onto my hips. Now I'm going to move my hips to move my knees and let the knees relax this time. Hips side and side, and just relax your knees. Different focus, different experience. Feels totally different. You can actually do that and stop one. You do your hips from your knees, and then stop and then do your knees to your hips. And as soon as you do that, it feels totally different. Yeah, but at this stage we're doing the hips. We're back to the hips now. Hips forward and backwards, relax the knees. Hip circles. See what's happening now. Your arms are just hanging as well now, so everything's relaxed. Feels great. And then back the other way. Good. Now we're going to move our foot. We're going to flop our foot. You're going to move your knee and your hip, but let the foot relax. So you just let the foot's like your hand. Just let it go. I love that. It's a great feeling. Floppy foot. But what it does is get all the ligaments and tendons moving in your ankle without any pressure on, without any strain on them. Good. You can do circles. I'm doing the circles with my knee. Circles the other way. I'm not doing it with my foot. Very good. To the other side. This foot likes it better than the other foot. Okay, turn it around. Circles, circles the other way. If you have trouble, you just hold onto a chair, by the way, because it's not easy to stand on one leg, but it does increase your balance by doing this. Good, and then just flop it out. So you just feel how your legs feel, and your knees feel, and your hips feel, and your body, your arms, and your shoulders, and your neck, and everything feels nice and relaxed. So it's a lovely feeling. It's a lovely way to wake the body up and stretch the body without putting any pressure on it. So we're going to bow, and we'll get into our class, what we're going to do today. So roll back on your thumbs. Left hand underneath, right hand on top, 2 thumbs together. Gong. Make a fist with your left hand, cover it with your right. Bring it towards your heart, and then down to your physical center, down to your lower dantian. Very cool. So we talked before, what we're going to do today is about the inhalation, exhalation, and the idea of the body and expands and contracts. So we know when we breathe oxygen, I was teaching this the other day, when you breathe oxygen into your body, it inflates your lungs and deflates, and the oxygen goes from the air into the bloodstream and it circulates through the body to feed all the cells. But of course in Qigong, and same with Tai Chi, you're trying to get the energy from the oxygen, and you're drawing the energy down into your body. And in our case, we're drawing it either down into our lower dantian, which is underneath our tummy button, or we're drawing our energy down and we're taking it to the kidneys. It goes to the lower dantian and back to the kidneys as energy. So we're drawing the energy off the oxygen itself. So that's one way we're doing that, and we're getting the energy from that way. But there's another part we do in Qigong, as you breathe in and out all the pores of your body and the acupuncture points. And you can do whichever one, you can do both at the same time. So as your body inflates and contracts, the body expands and contracts. We did this the other day in a class. We were doing an exercise from the Bhagwan Jinek set, where we were doing 2 hands when we were breathing in. And we were breathing in from the upper jowl, middle jowl, and the lower jowl. And we felt that this part of our body, our chest expanded and contracts. Then we felt our back and our ribs expand. But then we went right down to our pelvis, at the pelvis at the back, and then we could the sacrum at the back, and the pelvis in the front and your hips. You can actually feel it expand and contract as you breathe energy in and out of the body. And it's just a practice to understand how you do that. You can feel it. You can hold my arm, and you can feel my arm as I breathe in. You can feel my arm expand. It's a very weird expression. It expands and contracts. You can even feel my finger if you want to. It expands and contracts because I've learned how to absorb energy and breathe energy, like respire energy in and out of the body, just like I do oxygen. There's no trick to this. It's just a practice. And anybody can do it. And so we're going to talk a little bit about it today. We've talked about this before, but we're going to do it with a little bit. I'm going to change it slightly around for us. So easiest exercise to do it, of course, is wave hands over the leg to start it off. So the hands just come straight forward to the front. And it's come straight down. Now, before we go too far with this, stand on your kidney points. Your feet are parallel to the front. Stand on your kidney points, all the way to your kidney points. Heels are on the ground. Yep, there's no weight in your heels. You're standing on your muscles. As soon as you engage your muscles, you engage all the meridians, and all the energy starts moving through the meridians in your legs. And then tuck your pelvis forward, and then relax, and bring your chin back. That'll be the major ones to start with. There's lots of different postural things, but they're the big ones to line up. Breathe in. So hands come up, and then breathe out as your hands go down. So normally when you're breathing like this, of course, you're breathing into your lungs, breathing energy into your lungs, or oxygen into your lungs, and breathing out. And we're absorbing the energy. Yeah. And now go again, and breathing in, and then breathing out. Very good. So this is our normal exercise. This exercise is for the kidneys and also for the lungs. And in Chinese medicine, the understanding, or in Chinese medical philosophy, that the kidneys grasp the energy of the in-breath. Remember that we talked about the energy of the oxygen. The kidneys grasp the energy of the oxygen, bring it down to the body. And so this is what we're doing basically inside this exercise. But I want to take into the other part. We were not only breathing energy in from the oxygen, which is normally to do it. We're going to do the inflation and exhalation. And how we're going to do that, you're going to think of your body and think of your arms and legs and every part of your body. It's going to expand and then contract. And we're going to do that as we're breathing in. Feel the body expand, feel the arms expand, and you'll rise slightly, because as you inflate, because my knees are slightly bent, but as I inflate, the body's going to rise, so you feel like you won't end up standing straight, you won't straighten your legs, but you'll feel the body expanding, and it grows, it gets taller as it expands with energy, of course, and you feel that. And then when you breathe out, the energy compacts inside the body. There's two different ways you can do it. It either compacts in your body, or you breathe back out through the hands and feet, depending which exercise you're doing. But for this one, we're going to breathe in, and then we're going to pack the chi inside the body. We're going to condense the energy inside, go right into the bones as well as we're breathing in, because the kidneys are involved with the bones as well, the structure of the bones, and the bone marrow as well. Breathing in. In traditional Chinese medicine, bone marrow and Western medicine is slightly different understanding. So now we have this feeling, breathing in, feel the body expand. And then breathe out. And feel the compacting of the energy. If I exaggerate and goes like this, goes like that, compact it, and then goes. The body expands, react. Yep, and we're doing the particular exercise. I'm going to change this shortly. Breathe out. Very good. Breathing in. And feel this inflation happening. Your head gets bigger. I'm not sure that's a good thing or not, but your head gets bigger. Everything gets bigger. You feel your toes expanding, everything expands, yeah? Good. And then breathe out. And this exercise, long, slow in breath, long, slow out breath. Very good. So we're going to do it slightly different. Just rest there. We're going to slightly do it differently. So we think of a different concept of how we're going to express this, what it feels like. So you're going to put your hands together like that, like holding an energy ball. And as you breathe in, you're going to feel the energy ball growing. And as you breathe out, it's going to squeeze back together again. Now this ball is representation of your own body, and the ball is going to expand the same as your body's going to expand. So they're both expanding at the same time. Feel the expansion. Breathe out. Breathing in. Feel the expansion. The ball expands. And this is how our body expands, contracts anyway. We always breathe in energy, by the way, this way. We're just not conscious of it. So we're making a conscious understanding of how our energy of our body works. So we can bring more energy than normal. Everybody energy moves in and out through our pores anyway. It's a normal function. But what we're doing is opening up all the acupuncture points as well, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing out. Breathing in. Good, breathing out. So we're going to do a bigger breath, so we're going to breathe in slightly more energy so we can feel our body expand even more. Breathing in. Go a bit further out, a bit further. And then breathe out. Good. Breathing in again. Feel expansion, that's it. A bit further. Keep expanding, arms, leg, the whole body, feel it expanding. And then breathe out. Good, that's it, that's excellent. Do again, breathing in. A bit further. And then breathing out. Now we're going to change this. We're going to expand on the in-breath and the out-breath. Breathing in. And then expand on the out-breath. Breathe in, expand again. Expand on the out-breath. That's the feeling, yeah, good. Breathe in again, expand. Breathe on the out-breath, expand on the out-breath. Good. And breathe in again. And then bring all that energy and pack that into the body. Feel like you're pressing it into the body. Pack it into the bones. Pack it into all extraordinary vessels, our storage energy vessels. And breathe in. And then breathe out. Good, that's it, that feeling. Strange feeling. If you can't feel it, do go back and practice this exercise again. If you didn't get too much expression of what that feels, I'm going to do an exercise that you can feel it even more. And then breathe out, just normal. So if I'm sitting at my desk somewhere, breathing in, or I'm sitting at the computer, I can sit there and just stop for a second, and I can just consciously feel my body expand and feel my body contract. If you're in your car, or you're driving your motorcycle, or you're driving your car and sitting in the car at the traffic lights, breathing in, breathing out. You're not absorbing the energy from all the fumes or anything. You're breathing the energy of the oxygen, but you're breathing the energy around it without the fumes. So you can pick which one you inflate with and sit down. So inside the car, anywhere you are, you're still practicing. You're still breathing energy in and out. And it increases your energy flow inside your body, increases your vital energy as well. Good. Okay. Bring your hands down. So I want to do an exercise from the Heaven to Earth series to understand the principle of this. We'll do the whole exercise, and then I'll stop in the middle of the exercise and show you an understanding of that, so you can feel what this expansion feels like. Yep. So I'll show you what the whole exercise looks like, and then we'll break it down and do it into pieces. But I'll talk you through the beginning of it, so you know what we're going to do, so you can see the whole thing. Right. So you start with your palms facing towards the ground. Good. And then you're going to move the hands to the side. You don't need to necessarily do this at the moment, just watch at the moment. And then bring your hands up. You turn your palms over towards the front, to heaven. Then you turn them back to the front. Yeah. Then you bring your hands around and you make a thing called sword fingers, which looks like that, which is the two fingers are touching the thumb and the two fingers pointing towards each other. Then you invert them and you're going to bring it around and you're going to point them towards your heart. Yep. So when they're touching, the back of the fingers are touching each other like that, and they're pointing towards your heart. And that's where we end up at the end of that, and we open it up and then we move our hands down. So that's the whole exercise, but we'll go back and do it slowly, but that's what it looks like. So start with our palm facing towards the ground. Good, take a breath in. And we move on the out breath, not the in breath. Take a breath in. Breathe out, move the hands. Take a breath in, feel the inflation. And use that inflation to move the arms, breathing out. We're breathing out through the hands. We're actually breathing out through the fingertips. Breathe in again, feel the inflation. Now breathe out through your fingers, and as we do that, you breathe out the arms and you rotate them over. Good. Take a breath in, feel the arms expand. Then breathe out down the arms, feel the arms rotate as you breathe out. Feel your arms breathe in, feel the arms expand, feel the body expand. And breathe out, bring the hands around. Feel like you're grasping a big ball of energy in front of you, and it comes towards each other, palms towards each other. Then change the fingers. Invert the fingers so the backs of the fingers are touching, and then bring them into your heart and sit in this posture. Give your elbows down, don't have your elbows up in the air, bring your elbows down. And sit there, and as you do that, you're breathing up through your feet and then back out through your hands into your own heart. Up through both feet, down both arms into your heart. At the same time, you're breathing in from your head string, the top of your head, into your body, into your heart, and then back up both arms. So it's coming from heaven and earth into your body. Both of them are going around, and all that energy is going into your heart. And just breathe nice and slowly in. Feel the expansion, and then breathe out the energy back around your arms into your heart. Good. Breathe in, feel the expansion from heaven and earth. Breathe out through your hands. Good. Breathe in through heaven and earth. Breathe out through your hands. Good. Now if you're keen, open up the front part of your heart, so you open up your heart to the world, and then bring your hands back down. Nothing can really touch your heart. It's only if you think it can. Otherwise, you have your heart protected from everything. Good. We're doing the same thing, and I want to stop in the middle of the exercise to do the next piece. So take a breath in. And then breathe out, move your hands to the side. Breathe in, feel the body inflate. Breathe out, breathe out through the fingertips. Let the hands rise. That's it. Keep the arms slightly bent. Take a breath in. Feel the body inflate, and then breathe out through the fingertips and turn the hands over. Good. Take a breath in, feel the body inflate. And then as you breathe out, the energy spirals down the arms and goes out through the fingers, yeah? which turns the arms over towards the front. Good. Take a breath in. And this time we're not going to move the arms, we're going to keep them where they are. And as we breathe out, feel the body expanding as you breathe out. Breathe out through the fingertips. Breathe in, feel the body inflate. And then breathe out through your fingertips and your hands and feel your arms getting wider, expanding to the side. Good, that's it. Breathe in again, feel the body inflate. Breathe out through the arms and feel the body expanding even more. Good, breathe in and inflate again. Breathe out through the hands, inflate again. Feel like you're holding the whole universe in your hands. Breathe in again. Last one, breathe out. Feel like your hands are going out 50 meters either side of your body. Breathe in. Let your hands go out 100 meters out either side. As you breathe out. Good. Now I want you to grasp all that energy. Take a breath in. And grasp all that energy and bring the hands around. That's it, perfect. You'll feel a big ball between your hands. Squash it towards each other. Then change the fingers to sword fingers again. Turn the fingers into each other. Make sure the backs of the fingers are touching each other. Point towards the heart. Relax your elbows. Breathe in from the ground through the kidney points on the bottom of your feet and from barkway on the top of your head. Breathe in from heaven and earth. Feel the body expand. Then breathe out into your heart. Out through your hands into your heart. Breathe in, heaven and earth. Breathe into your heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Then slowly open your fingers, open your heart to the world. So you're looking out into the world. You look out in the world from your heart. Make decisions from your heart, not your head. Better idea. Yeah. Your head's got too many things that deceive you. Good, we're going to do it again, yes? So take a breath in. And then breathe out, move your hands to the side. Good, take a breath in again. Feel the body inflate. Breathe out and breathe out the energy. As you breathe out, the energy goes down your arms and out your fingers. And breathe out. And that, by doing that, makes the arms rise. Good. Take a breath in, feel the body inflate again. And we spiral the energy down the arms, which make the arms turn over. And breathe out, down the arms, out the fingers. Both palms are facing towards the sky. Good. Take a breath in again, feel the body expand. And then breathe out, down the arms, spiral the energy, turns the hands over. And out through the fingers. Good. Take a breath in, feel the body expand. Now breathe out through the fingers and expand your arms further out to the side as you breathe out. Good. Take a breath in again. Feel the body expand. Breathe out through the fingertips. Go at 100 meters. Breathe in, feel the body expand out to 100 meters. And then breathe out to 200 meters to feel like your energy is going out 200 meters out through your fingers. Good. Take a breath in. Right out to the 200 meters. And then breathe, go out 300 meters. And hold all that energy in your palm of your hands. Good. Take a breath in. Expand right out to 300 meters. And then bring that energy in. Grasp all that energy from the 300 meters and bring it round. And you'll feel like there's a huge big ball in front of you and it becomes very, very hard to move your hands. And then keep pushing your hands together. Make sword fingers. And then back into your heart. Then feel the body expand. And then breathe out through your fingers again. Breathe in through your feet, through the kidney 1 point, and through Barkway, which is 220 on top of your head, breathing in. Feel the body expand. And then breathe out through the hands. Into your heart. That's it, perfect. Breathe in. Breathe out into your heart. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more time, breathing in. Breathing out. Perfect. Or feel the energy go into your heart. Bring your fingers apart, open your heart. And then bring the remaining chi, the surplus chi, back to your lower dantian. Very good. And cut there. 1, 2, 3, that's it. Very good. So I hope you experienced that. So if you feel the energy inflating the body, and this idea of this inflation compacting, what we were doing, we were inflating and then we're inflating again, and then we're inflating again on the in and breath, out breath. So we're doing both. You inflate on the in breath and inflate on the out breath, so you just get bigger and bigger. And had that experience of holding this energetic field out here, the conscious space out here, and then bringing all that conscious space together into your hands and bringing all of that energy into your body. And we absorb energy from outside of ourselves, and it gives us more energy, more power into our body. So we're not only just getting the energy from the food we eat and the water and the fluid we drink, but we're also getting the energy from the oxygen we breathe, but now we're getting the energy from the outside of us, and we're drawing that energy into our body. So we're getting energy from 3 sources, which is fascinating. There is actually 7 sources of energy that we can get, and there is different parts to that and how you absorb the energy. But these are the 3 main ones for us as we start this journey with the Qigong to understand what it feels like. Yeah. So that's great. So enjoy that and do practice again, and go back to the video and go through it again if you like, and watch that and go back through and expand, and you'll feel that body inflating. The more you do this, initially when you start, this is a new concept. So it might not be a new concept. Some people, of course, already know this. So all it's going to do is amplify this idea of this expansion contraction, so you can feel your body breathing in and breathing out. So when I'm walking around out here, or I'm going down the beach, I'm walking, I can feel the energy breathing in and out as I'm walking. And I have this constant feeling of expansion, contraction of the energy. It's a very beautiful feeling. So if you have any questions about that, please ask. And I'll see you on the next class. Be good. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunny day here in Bali today. Have a beautiful day, everybody. We're just going to bow. Roll back on your thumbs. Left hand underneath, right hand on top. 2 thumbs together. Gong. Make a fist with your left hand, cover with your right. Bring your hands open, bring it towards your heart. Then bring your hands down to your physical center, your lower dantian. Very good. Step back and just bow to each other. And everybody's going to watch this class. I hope you enjoy the class. And if you have any questions, as I said, please ask. Bye-bye. Have a beautiful day, everybody.